Welcome to the Illinois Institute of Technology College of Science graduation. I'm Lance Fornow, Dean of the College, and I'm excited to welcome students, parents, family, and friends to this year's ceremony. I truly wish I had the opportunity to address all of you in person, but we are living in extraordinary times that require extraordinary measures. My own daughter is graduating college next month in a ceremony much like this one, and I know the experience just won't be the same. Nevertheless, I am happy that we can share this day together and that we can still make this moment special. Each of you deserves it. After spring break, the university made an incredible and quick shift to fully online instruction. I want to thank the faculty and students who made the transition as smooth as possible, which allowed us to get to this day. I also would like to thank the parents who have supported their children throughout their time at Illinois Tech, especially these last few weeks when your nest may not have been as empty as you had envisioned. The disciplines in the College of Science have played critical roles in dealing with the coronavirus. Advances in computing have allowed us to learn, work, shop, visit friends and family, and entertain ourselves, all from the comfort of home. Mathematicians model the spread of the virus, enabling society to understand how to flatten the curve. In the end, it will not be the politicians or the CEOs, but the scientists who will lead us out of this crisis. These incredible times have brought the importance of science back to the forefront of our minds and hearts as we follow the data and information which guide our vital responses to the emergent situation and help us save lives. Our biology faculty here at Illinois Tech have directly helped in the fight, creating solutions for virus testing and helping companies test potential vaccines. I cannot be more proud of them for their incredible work. The world after the virus will be very different from our world just a few months ago. Trends we were already seeing have accelerated. Online shopping, entertainment at home, working from anywhere, and online education, to name a few. The education you've received at Illinois Tech, particularly in the College of Science, has prepared you well for taking on the responsibility of leading the post-virus world. Out of the depths of this virus, I see hope. We stay home not just to protect ourselves, but to protect everyone. We all support our frontline defenders, from the medical workers to those who ensure we get the food and supplies we need. Every evening at 8 p.m. in the South Loop of Chicago, where I live, the apartments come alive. People flash lights, scream, honk horns, and play music. For a few short minutes every night, we celebrate that we are all in this together. When the coronavirus becomes just a memory, let us keep that feeling of togetherness. As Illinois Tech grads, you will be at the front lines of shaping the future. And as you do, don't dwell on how the virus brought us down, but on how it brought us up to make us stronger together. As you build your own lives, remember that we must continue to work together to build a better America and a better world. This is my first and last commencement as the Dean of the College of Science. Next month, I will transition over as the Dean of Illinois Tech's new College of Computing, with Computer Science and Applied Mathematics joining Information Technology Management and Industrial Technology Management. Biology, Chemistry, and Physics will join a new Lewis College of Science and Letters. These changes reflect our growing roles our disciplines play across academics and society, and I look forward to the exciting opportunities of this new chapter for the university. Please enjoy the rest of the ceremony, and I'll see you at the other end.
Welcome to Biology graduation ceremony. First, I want to congratulate all our amazing graduates. Today is a special day because for the first time in the IT history, the graduation ceremony is held virtually online. This is also the first time you are allowed to attend such formal events from the dorms or the comforts of your homes, possibly even in pajama, not regalia. So enjoy it. COVID-19 has interrupted very components of your daily life. It prevents you sitting in the classrooms, earning your letter grades, finish your research projects, or even hang around with your friends. However, shelter in place has also forced us to pause, to think, and to appreciate what we had before. COVID-19 also reminds us the importance of biological science, not only in understanding, diagnosis, and treatment of this particular disease, but also maintaining the quality of our daily life, the stability of our economy, and the well-being of the society. So your skill will be more in demand. Shortly after graduation, please do not be surprised that much you have learned here will be forgotten or outdated. But I hope the skills and the ability you are obtained here enable you to learn new knowledge, solve the new problems, and take on the new challenges in the real world. But for now, let's enjoy the moment, to relax and to celebrate. To thank your family who support you, the staff who clean up your dorms, the friend who help you through the tough times, and the professor, instructor who dedicate their life to teaching you. Finally, pat yourself on the back because you are the one took all the classes and the exam, and you're the one overcome all the obstacles and the challenges. You made it. So on the behalf of Department of Biology, congratulations, Class 2020.
Dear Class of 2020, 4 years ago, I received a phone call from the assistant baseball coach at Illinois Tech. He said he had seen me play and wanted me to come onto campus for a visit. Dreaming of a collegiate baseball career and the opportunity to go to Chicago for 4 years, the decision for me was easy. I think it's safe to say we have all had our moments at Illinois Tech where we have felt like giving up. They didn't take it easy on us, not one bit. I still remember after failing every one of my first college exams, sitting down with Dr. Spink and Dr. Menhardt, who at the time were the ones everyone warned you about, and asking for answers. What was going on? I was working so hard with no success. They kind of just looked at me and said, keep working. I was always the guy who would work the hardest, but Illinois Tech taught me to work harder. From 5 a.m. wake-up calls for baseball practice to late-night bus rides into the early morning studying for my exams. It was hard, but it has shaped me into the person and the man that I am today. It truly is amazing to see where the world takes you when you just let everything play out. Control what you can control, and nothing more. Always be open to learning new ideas. There is always someone out there that knows something you don't. Always be caring to others. You never know what someone else may be going through. And always work to give everything you got to everything that you do. Because as I learned best in baseball, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. Through my experience at Illinois Tech, I've run across many grateful opportunities. The same professor everyone warned you about turned out to be one of my most influential professors. Just last week, we were pitching a billion-dollar idea to degrade pharmaceuticals and wastewater. Dr. Menhardt's name never involves an easy task, but you appreciate him more as you begin to appreciate hard work. You cannot become the best if you don't study or work to be the best, and that's exactly how he goes about his teachings. Illinois Tech is a special place, a place not many can appreciate the way we can. We will all remember IIT as a place we spent significant years of our lives. I had the ability to play 4 years of collegiate baseball under one of the most influential coaches and role models I will ever have. I've made some of the best friends of my life here, along with connections that will last me a lifetime, all of which will help bring me the success that this institution instills into its students. From a young kid going to Chicago to play baseball, thinking he was just going to walk right into medical school without even knowing the difference between translation and transcription, to a kid who worked his way through some adversities and can look back now and understand why Dr. Spink and Dr. Menhardt didn't have the answers for me when I needed them. The truth is, the answers to my questions of struggle were simply a part of the experience, and answers one must work out for themselves. Here at Illinois Tech, like most of us, I was far from perfect. However, I believe through our ups and our downs, we have learned for the better, and for doing so, we are going to score pretty well in life. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today in this most unusual and special commencement ceremony. My name is Yuanbing Mao. I'm the department chair of chemistry representing the whole department. Let me first say congratulations to the class of 2020. You have reached this milestone not just through your hard work and dedication, but also through a desire to better understand chemistry and the love for science. That deserves to be celebrated today. Let's also acknowledge the sacrifices and the support of your parents and family to help you get here. I extend my sympathies to them, as today we cannot come together to celebrate your personal triumphs in person. But that shouldn't stop us from making the most of these circumstances and celebrate as best as we can. The COVID-19 pandemic is unlike anything we have seen in our lifetime. It has brought daily life to a near standstill on a global scale. That are strange times for all of us. However, this is not the first time humanity has faced a large-scale health crisis. In fact, history shows us that episodes like this can lead to great strides in science. For example, during the Great Plague of London in 1665, 23-year-old Isaac Newton had to quarantine himself too. Just like you had achieved today, he just earned his undergraduate degree from Trinity College at that time. He retreated to his family farm, located some 60 miles northwest of Cambridge. This not only helped him a safe distance from the plague, but also gave him a golden opportunity to explore science without interruption. During the years of wonders, Newton explored mathematics and helped develop the calculus. He analyzed the color, light, and the spectrum, and discovered that white light is composed of all components of spectrum. He also studied gravity, which led to the creation of his laws of motion years later. Illinois Tech was founded 130 years ago on the principle that a first-rate education can enable individuals to make positive changes to our world. Now, equipped with a new chemistry degree, this could be a wonderful time that you can allow your mind to journey to the farthest reaches of the imagination. As you continue to explore chemistry with the skills you have built here at Illinois Tech, remember that you are well prepared to tackle challenges the world faces now and those will present to us in the future. This could be an unusual and special opportunity for all of us to make some surprising chemistry discoveries. There is a long way ahead of you. Stay committed to your dream, desire, and love of chemistry. Let's make use of our chemistry knowledge and skills to promote humanity, support our community, and help our society. We can get through this health crisis soon and build a better world. We can turn this virtual commencement ceremony into one of our most memorable and gratifying moments. Be proud, bold, resilient, and keep enjoying the ceremony. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kira Rigg, and I'm honored to be speaking to you representing the chemistry graduates for today's ceremony. Today, we were all supposed to be celebrating together. We were supposed to be in our regalia filled with joy, excitement, and pride as we walked across the stage and accepted our diplomas. We were supposed to shake hands and say goodbye to our professors, fellow students, and the university that forever changed our lives. Instead, we are at home watching from our computer screens. I'm sure this is not what any of us imagined graduation would be, but that doesn't mean that this can't be a cause for celebration. Do something for yourself today. Go in your backyard and have a graduation photo shoot. Bake a cake. Watch your favorite movie. Write a journal entry. Have a Zoom meeting with your friends and family. Do what you can today to celebrate you. Because today we graduated. And that's an incredible accomplishment that deserves recognition, especially considering the sudden change to online learning, the social distancing, and global uncertainty brought upon us by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I could go into all sorts of stories about my journey through Illinois Tech, but encapsulating all of those in under 3 minutes is impossible. So instead, I would like you to take time to reflect on your journey. What was the biggest challenge you faced? How did you overcome that? How many all-nighters did you pull? How did Illinois Tech compare to your expectations prior to attending? What was your favorite place on campus? How have you changed? How will you use your knowledge of chemistry to make an impact on our world, communities, and our alma mater? The next chapter will look different for all of us. Some are going to additional schooling, some are entering the workforce, some don't have plans in place. But for all of us, one thing is universal. We graduated from the Illinois Institute of Technology with a degree in chemistry. No matter what we will be doing post-graduation, I hope that we not only take the lessons we learned from lecture and labs, but also the memories and self-growth that we've all experienced outside of the classroom. No matter what uncertainty faces us for the future, I wish you nothing but the best, and congratulations.
Welcome to the Biology, Chemistry, and Physics Commencement Celebration. I'm Grant Bunker, Professor and Chair of the Department of Physics. Today we're virtually here to celebrate the graduation of a fine group of young scientists. As Physics Chair, I particularly want to focus on our physics students, both undergraduate and graduate. We're very proud of them and their accomplishments. For most people, a degree in physics is not an easy thing to achieve. For the undergraduates right out of high school, a degree in physics is particularly challenging because students are tackling a difficult, rigorous subject faced with difficult and mind-blowing concepts, often at the same time as living in a totally foreign environment, maybe for the first time ever. But they get through it. They have a variety of new experiences, and they make new friends and associates along the way. I've seen many of these students grow into their brains and become real adults ready to confront the world. And the world is particularly challenging right now. We have, as if you hadn't noticed, a worldwide pandemic and an economic shutdown. I hope you have not been suffering badly from these. And once we manage those challenges like a climate crisis and many other things that need urgent attention, our graduating students will have much to do. It's clear that complacency and indifference and denial are attitudes we never could and certainly cannot now afford. But during their education, they also have sharpened their thinking and analytical skills, and I would hope expanded their creative faculties. They've learned how to think and to do, specifically how to think critically, to use logic and mathematics and computation and scientific instruments, and to work with others in accomplishing larger goals. Some of them continue on to attain MS and Ph.D. degrees, and there are other things I hope we have taught them. We have a culture in our department, and more broadly Illinois Tech. By osmosis and example, I hope their experiences here have encouraged them to be smart, to be kind, and to be strong. The professional master's students in our health physics program, that is, radiological physics, have greatly enhanced their knowledge and skills in the detection and monitoring and management of radioactive isotopes in any context. Many of these students are currently embedded in the real, that is, working world. These are just the people you want on your team when you're confronting these kinds of issues. Our physics MS and PhD students in their coursework have broadened and sharpened their knowledge of advanced concepts in physics. Some of the MS and all of the PhDs have fought their ways through the jungles of doing research, where much is unknown and you have to invent new ways to make sense out of it, and then convince the scientific world that you're right. They are now prepared to do independent research, or to pass along what they've learned by teaching, or to invent new methods or create new enterprises, or do whatever else they may want to do. And there is much to do. Our collective futures depend in part on the success of our new graduates. We will all need to work together to solve our collective problems. We congratulate our graduating students on their accomplishments and wish them success in their futures for the benefit of all. And personally, I hope they look back on their time at IIT with some measure of appreciation or even affection. Thank you. I hope you have a great celebration. Stay safe.
Hello, fellow physics students, faculty, family and friends, everybody watching. I'm glad Dr. Bunker gave me a few minutes to say some words to everybody in the physics department, since over the past 4 years, I've gotten to know you all very well, and collectively, you're among my favorite people in the world, really. You know, graduation feels like it brings with it some uncertainty about the future in any case, since we're all going out into the world now to do who knows what, and given the current circumstances, it feels like this uncertainty is a bit amplified. As I've reflected on this, at the risk of sounding a bit too metaphorical, this really is the kind of thing that studying physics sort of prepares us for. We spend a lot of time dealing with uncertainty, thinking about problems that at times it feels like we don't know anything about and maybe have little hope of understanding. But only in retrospect and with time does it become clear how much progress we've all made over the course of these years. And, it was through a lot of dedication and perhaps a Herculean effort on the part of ourselves and our professors. But I'm impressed at what our entire class has been able to accomplish over these years. So I think now is the time to give ourselves a little bit of a pat on the back before we worry too much about the future. But, looking back on this time, it isn't really anything academic that I'm most proud of. Rather, it's the community that I was lucky to experience here at IIT. So even though it's only been 4 years, I really do feel like I've known a lot of you forever now. I feel almost like part of a goofy little family that we have here. And whether it be from the time we spent commiserating and bonding over the seemingly endless quantum mechanics homeworks, which did feel endless at times, the late nights hearing the wit and wisdom of Dr. Terry in the computer lab, or hurriedly putting together the SPS pumpkin launcher with nothing but a shoestring budget and our practically non-existent engineering skills. All these things we went through, it really does feel like we went through together. So I'm super lucky to have some of my best friends
made here, and I'm proud to have you all as part of my academic family as well, which goes to all of you, students, faculty, and staff. So let's not be strangers in the future. In particular, I owe a big thank you to Dr. Z for being especially helpful in guiding my academic and research career. And thank you to Dr. Shilnov for the many enlightening lectures, and perhaps even more enlightening anecdotes. And I'm thankful to all of you. I'm proud of all of you, and you should be proud of yourselves too. So hats off to the class of 2020.